Hi internet friends, to all those nice people who follow us, welcome back. To those who are new here, sit back and enjoy the drive. Stay with us until the end of the video, because you never know, you could be trotting off to the dealer and giving those salespersons the spin like a true professional, instead of them trying to blind you with science and figures. Okay, you up for it? No pressure now, let's talk Hyundai Elantra. The Hyundai Elantra N is one of the most exciting vehicles to hit the road this year. It barks, growls and farts, it's hilarious. But it's not so boisterous that it's difficult to live with on a daily basis. Power comes from the same 2-litre turbo i4, found in the Veloster N hatchback, producing 276 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque. This engine is a little firecracker, generating constant thrust and matched to a sport exhaust that pops and crackles on overrun. On the other side, I dislike the N Sound Equalizer, which adds engine noise and simulates sounds from Hyundai Motorsports, but you can modify the parameters to make it sound less false. A 6-speed manual transmission is standard, and while it saddens me to say so, it's not the transmission I'd choose. Yeah, Hyundai's automatic rev-matching feature is nice, but the clutch is a little spongy, the shifter throws are a little long, and the Elantra N has a problem I've noticed in other Hyundai and Genesis products. The transmission feels like it cuts torque when you engage each gear, making it difficult to shift smoothly. The optional 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, on the other hand, is a delight. It shifts nicely in normal mode, but it really kicks up the drama when you put the Elantra N into sport mode. The transmission has lightning-fast reflexes, and each upshift feels like a thrilling slap through the car, as if you're hammering the gears in a rally car. Even the paddle shifters are enjoyable to operate, though I wish they weren't so little and attached to the steering wheel. It's astonishing how few automobile manufacturers get the paddles correctly. When it comes to the steering wheel, you'll notice a couple of buttons that aren't found on other Elantras. After you've fine-tuned the throttle response, steering weight, suspension stiffness, and traction control to your liking, the blue N buttons on each side allow you to save separate N1 and N2 drive modes. You can also adjust the strength of the exhaust sound and the function of the electronic limited slip differential using the custom drive settings. It appears to be overkill at first glance, but Hyundai claims that people enjoy being able to experiment with numerous automobile settings while driving. There's another button to look for if you're driving a DCT-equipped Elantra. The bright red one on the right side of the steering wheel is branded NGS, which stands for N Green Shift, and while the name is funny, it's accurate. NGS functions similarly to Porsche's Sport Response button, in that it shifts the transmission into a lower gear to allow the engine to reach peak power. N Green Shift also unlocks an extra 10 horsepower for these 20-second spurts in the Elantra. It's a handy little push-to-pass feature that I find myself employing repeatedly, even if it's only for laughs. The N boasts a sturdier body, taller suspension, larger brakes, a tighter steering ratio, a revised front axle configuration, and 19-inch wheels, among other minor changes. The Elantra N drives with a level of stability and precision that easily allows it to compete with front-wheel drive hotties like the Honda Civic Type R and Volkswagen Golf GTI. The steering is straight and accurate, the chassis is dynamic without being unpleasant, and the 245/35 series Michelin Pilot Sport 4S summer tires are good and grippy without detracting from the ride quality of the Elantra. The electronic limited slip differential, which rapidly and flawlessly shuffles torque between the front wheels, is the true star of the show. When you turn the Elantra N into a corner, there's no understeer, just a world of grip as you speed forward. Some torque steer appears as you accelerate out of a bend, but Hyundai claims this is a feature, not a defect. Albert Beeman, Hyundai Motor Group's Chief of Research and Development, says he wants the Elantra N to feel alive in your hands without slipping away. The Elantra N came alive at Sonoma Raceway in Northern California. It possesses all of the characteristics of the best hot hatches. It's flickable and fun, with just the right amount of unhingedness. Even if it isn't quite as accurate, I must admit, and I'm surprised I'm saying this, the Hyundai Sport Compact Sedan is more enjoyable than a Golf GTI. What are the disadvantages of the Elantra N package? I ask myself. This is one seriously unattractive car, at least in my opinion. The basic Elantra is just okay, kind of angular and strange. The black grille and body panels cover so much of the fascia's design, and the red accents on the bottom are not to everybody's liking, especially blue. The Elantra N looks good from the side, and the 19-inch wheels are a nice touch. The back is basically fine, sort of, but the spoiler is far too glued add-on for a car this serious about performance. Okay, it's simple for crying out loud. I enjoyed driving this car, but don't ask me to put one in front of the house every day. Fortunately, once inside, the N is just as pleasant as any other new Elantra. The cabin has enough space for 4 adults, or 5 in a pinch, and is equipped with every creature comfort imaginable. There's a wireless charging pad, heated seats, a Bose audio system, and Hyundai's digital key, as well as N-specific features like generously bolstered sport seats, a thick-rimmed steering wheel, aluminium pedals, and, of course, N badges galore. Hyundai's full tech package is included on the Elantra N, featuring a 10.3-inch digital gauge cluster and a 10.3-inch infotainment touchscreen. The latter supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, albeit not wirelessly, oh blow. But happily Hyundai's proprietary software is colorful and simple to use, so don't worry if you forget to bring a USB cord. Hyundai also doesn't skimp on active safety features, outfitting every Elantra N with forward collision warning, lane following assistance, automatic high beams, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and more. How much does this bundle of fun cost? The Elantra N line, entry-level, costs $26,625 plus $1,025 for destination, and it's safe to imagine the full sugar-coated and will cost much more. Even if the starting price is $35,000, the 2022 Elantra N is a lot of car for the money. It's a thrilling ride that's also well-equipped, and it's one of the most intriguing new arrivals in the sport compact sector in years. That's it for today, internet friends. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Ta-ra for now.